Everybody wants to start doing a little bit of warm up, go right ahead. I should probably want to leave. Ruby's going to work out with us today. All right. So keep warming up. We'll start in about a minute or so. We've got 5 sequences. Now she wants to leave. Come right, I'll be right back.
Hi, Deanna.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, good. How are you?
Good.
Oh, it's good to see your face.
It is good to see your face. Yay.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. How are you? You're good?
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
all things withstanding, right?
Yep.
I'm valuing, safe spaces and
Yep.
things like that. So, yeah. How about you? You hanging in there?
Hanging in there. Yep.
Business-wise, probably challenging right now, huh?
It's busy. It hasn't really slowed down.
Oh.
For me, it's kind of, yeah. But some things have slowed down. It's just different for sure.
Yeah. No, I feel like that too. I'm like, I don't know where the days go. Like,
I know. Because I don't know what day it is or what month or. Okay, we should probably let Maryanne do her thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I don't know what day it is, but I know it's time to work out.
Okay. All right. I'm ready. I'm going to mute myself.
Me too.
Perfect. We have 5 exercises. They're all compound movements. And we're going to do them a couple times in a row. They have balance in them, some strength. They're a little bit of everything. So the first sequence is a little bit borrowed. It's not a little bit, it's a lot of borrowed from yoga. And it's just going to be a plank, down dog, and then we're going to come into some lunges and rotations. So I'll show you that sequence. All of you, I think, have done yoga in some capacity, and I will show a modification. So you'll start in your plank. We're going to hold the plank for a little bit. Do a down dog. And again, your version. Just try not to have a rounded back. So if you need to bend your knees a lot, that's fine. We'll step into the lunge. Hold the lunge. Come into a rotation. Right. Left. Step back. Hold plank. Dog. Opposite leg, rotate, and you get the idea, both sides. So we're going to do that a few times, part of the warm-up too, and then the next sequences all have weights in them. I just figured might as well do a little body weight exercise and stretch ourselves out before we move. And again, modification really for that series would just be that you're on knees for plank, come up, you're on knees for your lunges. So do what feels best to your body. Let's start by holding a plank. Spread your fingers, shoulders down, and we're just going to rock a few times back and forth. Hold here for a second, And then slowly leading with your hips, down dog. From here, you can march your feet, bend your knees a bunch, and step the left leg up. Hold your lunge, sink into it. You're going to twist in both directions, so go ahead and twist one way. Hand down inside the leg, twist the opposite way. Step back to plank. Hold, again, modified is here. Rock a few times. Push back down dog. Try to have your ears by your biceps. Step your right leg up. Sink. Decide which direction you want to go in and twist. Other side. Step back dog. Step back plank. Just hold your plank. Make sure you're not overarching or not arching enough. Just a nice neutral. We're going to push back dog and do this one more time. Hold. Bend the knees. Step the left leg up. Hold your lunge. You could be on the back knee if you need to be. Twist. Switch. Plank. Make sure your neck is really long in your plank. Push back down dog. Step right leg. Hold your lunge. Find the rotation. Switch. Somebody's trying to get in there. Push back into down dog. Come to your knees. One child's pose. And go ahead and come up. You're going to grab one weight. So these are all compound moves and some degree of balance and functionality involved. I'm going to do a curtsy step with my left leg, remembering to be on that big toe. I'm going to come up, raise my knee, overhead press, come down, curtsy. 2. Might step back a little here. 3. 4. So this can be as big or small as you like. It could be a little curtsy. It could be a very big curtsy. Do what supports your knees and your range of motion. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. 1. Come down, switch sides. Ooh. More off balance here. Find some breathing. Four more. Three, two, one more. Great. Next sequence, you'll need 2 dumbbells. It's a row and a leg lift. Looks like this. If you have it in you, you try not to set the back leg down. We're gonna stay on the same leg for 12 reps. Row and lift. 2. Two more. I'm not using my heaviest weights here because we're doing a lot of rows. Inhale up, prep, slight bend to the standing leg, reach the back leg way far back, row and lift. Three more. 2 and 1. Now we've got a side lunge and a reverse lunge. So we're gonna step to the right, come back up, step back. Got it? So we find that little balance piece as we come up, step, and back. 3. Good. 4. 5. So if you can, you try to make the lunges nice and deep, bending the knee. But if you can, whoa, work within your range of motion. 7. 8. Got 2 more. And 10, we're gonna switch sides. Find a little more room. I'm gonna have to move over here. Rise up with the knee. Step, lunge, lift that leg up, reverse lunge. All right, this is highlighting a weakness for me. If you have knee, ankle, foot, even hip issues, you'll feel somewhat off balance here possibly. These are good moves to train it. I always like to exhale to lift my leg. Inhale, exhale. Three more. 2. And 1. Great. One leg dumbbell pass. I'm gonna have a sip of water. So I'll stand profile for you. A couple different things you could do. I could really open this leg. I could have it bent. I can have it out straight. But I'm gonna pass the dumbbell. And with that, a little side raise. So here's a front view. Now you can do whatever you want with the back leg, depending upon what you want to work. You should feel side flanks, standing leg, glute, and core. All right, so let's pick it up from here for 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up. Tall inhale. Other leg. Decide what you want to do with the back leg. And pass. And open. It's like a fly, a one-arm fly. Whoop. Eight. 9. And 10. Great. Quickie rest. We're going to come back to plank with 1 dumbbell. We're going to take our dumbbell. You're going to have it in your hand as you're in plank. And remember, all things can be modified. Holding here, you're going to take the dumbbell, row, open, and then a little overhead. So we're adding a motion into this. I'll show modified again. Row, open, a little overhead. You can only do this with probably 10 pounds or less, or no weight at all. Two more. One more. Little child's pose in between. I'm having some good old-fashioned allergies, so don't mind me. Let's go to the other side. We're doing about 8, maybe 10, whatever you feel like you can do. So row first, open. I'm gonna do this weightless on this side. Row, open, overhead. I'm gonna do one more. Just make sure you feel even. Maybe one more rep, or if you're finished, enjoy a quick stretch. And then we go back to curtsy. So you need 1 weight. So you have about 24 overhead presses in this, so make sure the weight, I might start with this and then switch. I'm gonna step my left leg this time first. Again, here's a side view of a curtsy. Okay, so this back foot, I need to press my big toe, and that keeps the knee in alignment. We step, lift that knee, drive it up, overhead. Oops. 6, 8. We've got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna switch sides, but I'm also gonna switch weight. It's getting a little heavy. So curtsy with the right, find that big toe, lift, press. 2, 3, 1/2. 7, 8, 10. Last 2. 12. Grab both weights. Again, you have options with your back leg. It can be absolutely straight, facing the floor. It could be turned out a little or a lot. I think I'll experiment with that version. So in this version, I really get my glute medius and minimus, and I'm gonna tap and lift. Whichever one you like. This is a little bit harder balance-wise. 5 more. Switch sides. Extend the right leg. Find the position you want to work with. You can even be very close to the floor, gently touching. Your call. Left. Ooh. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. We have the dumbbell pass, which is really a fly with one arm. So similar to the last exercise and what we're doing with the legs, however, we can have more flexion or less. Could be the flexion from your hip. I'll demo 2 different ones. So hold, I could really be in a T. Okay, that's more flexion at my hip. You decide. Or I could have more flexion in my knee. One more pass. And switch sides. Decide the degree of flexion, where you want to have it. Lift, open through your chest so that you're not rounding your back. And then fly or pass, however you want to look at it. Woo. Definitely a challenge with the balance. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So one thing I learned about those moves is where your back leg is going, whether it's pointed out, in, has a lot to do with some of your balance. And of course, having an active foot, active arch, strong ankle. Okay, we go back to another plank variation, which is our dumbbell slide. Your goal is to literally slide it across the floor, not sort of pick it up and place it. So your hands are going to be over it. I'll show modified first. And I drag it as far as I can till my arm is just about straight. So you want to make sure that you're dragging and pulling it across. It's a different sensation than picking it up. So keep going, assuming you're already there. And I take it as far as I can. Couple more. And let's do a child's pose while we're here. Okay, we've got one more round. Curtsies, row leg lift, side lunge, reverse lunge, which I might have skipped. We don't have Allison online here. She usually keeps me in line. So go ahead and grab your one weight for your curtsy. We'll do a few extra side lunges since we missed them. All right, let's step with the right. This time, remember, in your curtsy, you're still in this strong, there's a little bow, right? But you're not rounding. You're in this strong core position. Inhale and exhale. Good. I can't find the right spot here in the room. Halfway there. Three, two, one. We're going to do a secret add-on. Hold, bring the elbow to the knee. Four more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little bonus move. We will do it on the other side. Now, curtsy with your left. Inhale down. Exhale, core raises and lifts that dumbbell up. Last 4, 3, 2. Now see if you can hold it, and elbows to knees, or knee. I'm never quite going all the way overhead with the dumbbell again. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Little breather. Side lunge and reverse lunge. You want to hold both weights. Let's step to the right. Again, You step, find your heel more than the forefront of your foot so that you press down to that heel and really work the posterior backside chain. Lift, lunge, lift, side lunge. You should really feel that left leg, ankle, arch, and the whole foot working. Let's do 2 more. Great. Deep breath. As I say, when I've got the dumbbells, I let them pull my shoulders down. I let them create space between my ear and my shoulder so that my neck can float freely. Oops. Step to the left. Oop, to the right, sorry. Lift and lunge. Again, find that heel, press into it to activate backside, glutes and hamstrings. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We've got our row and leg lift. Play around with what the back leg does. This time I think I'm going to keep my hip more square. In that case, typically I don't lift as high. Left leg back and row. Drive your elbows back. Keep your neck long for 4 more. 2, and 1. Come up. Carefully switch sides. Decide what your back leg is going to do. Keep your spine long, neck long, shoulders down, then drive with your elbows. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. So for the dumbbell pass or the one-arm fly, you're going to make a decision about where you want to focus the work in your leg. The more bent your knee is, the more you're going to feel quad and glute. The less bent, the more you're going to feel your hamstring and probably your core and the sides here, your oblique. Decide what you want to do. You're holding the leg in one position and fly. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Deep breath. Let's switch sides. Again, pick the focus of the work for the standing leg. Back leg straight, bent, whatever you prefer, and fly, or try to fly. Halfway. Remember, you can have the back foot down if the balance piece is feeling a little too much. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Let's take it to the floor for a few minutes of core. Have your weights handy. All right, I'm just touch. We're gonna come actually to our knees, not kneeling, although I do like this position for stretching out the quads. We are gonna grab our weights and here. So our core work can be enhanced by lifting the feet off the ground as you bicep curl. And what you're looking not to do is teeter-totter too much. So open the chest, float the tops of the feet off if you can, and curl. And to kind of mess a little bit more with balance, you do opposing if you like. So pick the version that works for you. And again, we hover those feet and we squeeze the glutes. It's hard not to rock a little bit while you're doing this. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same movement, or same position, I should say. 2 90-degree bends and raise. So carry on. Very typical to do this. Kind of shorten this angle and get really into this part. Lift with those deltoids, but keep the neck and shoulders out of it. If you need to set the tops of your feet down, please do. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Demonstrate the last move here. The dumbbells in my right hand, my right knee is forward. If this is not a good move for your knees, you can just lay down, do a few crunches. Otherwise, this right arm is up, and I'm gonna pivot. If you've ever done a Turkish get up, it's one part of the Turkish get up. So there's a moment where I lift up here, where this whole side is working, and I square myself to the camera, I guess, to your computer, down and up. I'll carry on. I'll do a few this way if you're having any confusion. Four more. 3. I really take my time with that hand placement. 2, and 1. We're gonna switch sides. Actually, I'm gonna sit down for a second. Left leg is gonna come forward, I'm not sure. That's good for me. This is always really hard. All right. So, Suzanne, my shoulder friend, some of these are really challenging. Try to keep, you could do them without weight, but you can see that I'm really working hard to keep my arm that's on in the air with the dumbbell straight. Doing about 10. Going real slow. And one more. All right. So we've got just a few more minutes, and we're going to do this series one more time. See, we have about actually 5 minutes exactly. There's a stretch at 9:20. It's a freebie. All of these can be freebies actually. And I'm gonna talk while we're doing this next set. You're gonna hover your feet if you can, and alternating bicep. So we will be zooming, which I think will be in the Urban Dictionary soon, until the end of the month. So we won't be doing any classes in person. However, we are in the process, we are basically approved, we'll see in a day, to do one-on-one training at the studio, which we will be doing on a sliding scale. So if you want to get trained, don't have the cash right now, you can pay what you can. Keep breathing. And I'm going to see if I can pick up my pace, challenge my core, my balance a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 90-degree bend with the arms. So lead with your whole arm. Find length between the ear and the shoulder first, and then raise. Inhale to lift. Exhale to come down. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's do 5 each of the next move. Not sure what to call it other than the middle part of the Turkish get up. Arm stays straight, hand goes down, foot pivots. You can look up at your dumbbell or look down if your neck prefers. Nice and slow with that hand placement. 4, and 5. Switch sides, left foot forward, left arm up, try to keep it straight, and pivot, move this guy. One more. All right. Have a moment to take a seat. As I said, in about 7 minutes, there's a stretch with Jen. You just need a strap, dog leash, belt. In the meantime, let's give it a side stretch. So our schedule will remain pretty similar unless you guys have any requests. We're more than happy to create a class for you or a class time, but again, we will be doing this through the month. And I hope you all get out, enjoy some of this gorgeous sunshine we've been blessed to have and hopefully keep having. Thank you very much for coming. I hope you have a great day.